times have you seen someone from a big company or a government agency on television and heard them say, well, it's an isolated event, or it's not that bad, or we've got it under control? Do those words really comfort you? They don't comfort me. And the reason they don't is that we are very suspicious that maybe people are underplaying. Maybe they're denying the reality. Maybe their whole field of vision is a little bit distorted. Well, guess what? That's the reality. That can happen to people in a crisis situation, or in a situation that we fear could become a big crisis and we're trying to minimize it. You know, psychologists may have been the first to notice denial, but it gets perfected in business. You hear people say, you know, the hacking, they really didn't get that many account numbers. It's not that bad. 3 weeks later, it's a catastrophe. It's a rare leader who stands up and says, we have a problem and we're going to tell you what it is. One of the people who did that is Frank Blake, who's the recently retired CEO from the Home Depot. As many of you know, that company's systems were intruded upon. They were hacked. That's the word we use. And Frank came out and said, this happened, we're responsible, and this is what we're going to do about it. He took a crisis that was a legitimate crisis, but he made it less of a crisis by not denying it, by not being overconfident, by accepting the reality. If you're facing a situation in your company that's making you a little uneasy and you're wondering, you've got some evidence that something might be wrong, but right now you're not sure. Take a look at it, study it. And if you decide that the situation that looked this big really is this big, and it's not this big, then fine. But before you settle on it, ask yourself this: what if we're wrong? Ask yourself, what if we're wrong, and have your team ask each other, what if we're wrong? And why do I suggest this? Because what if you are wrong?